Greetings once again, spacefaring adventurers. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Eden Zero. And last time we had the shocking revelation that Mother, spoiler alert, is in fact Mother Earth. Yes, somehow the Earth itself was given not just sentient, but almighty power, and was now asking Shiki to choose between the continued existence of the universe several thousands of years into the future, or the very lives of those who should have died in alternate timelines but didn't, who would cease to be, potentially, here and now should Shiki choose the other option. Naturally, Rebecca questions this decision, and Sho, not wanting to leave Shiki in the dark any longer, Mother begins her great story of what happened 20,000 years ago, to the distant, far-off time of 2025, checks date, where the Earth was pretty much in ruin, on the verge of collapse. The human versions of Hermit and Valkyrie discuss important matters of the Earth, while Witch oversees Sister, who is frail and sick in bed from a mysterious disease that has plagued the Earth, with the human version of Clown approaching with a revolutionary procedure that would eventually lead to what Mother is now. Now, knowing what we know now, especially as Hermit was desperate to save the Earth, and we also had discussions previously between her and Killer, the human version, about inanimate objects being able to overdrive. The question is Mother the overdrive version of the Earth, or something even more than that? What was it that led to Mother's existence? What did Ziggy see all those years ago when he arrived at Mother? And where does Shiki come from? Seems we're about to get those answers. So join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, Eden Zero, and a cover page of Rebecca in a bikini serving up looks. Scrumptious. Chapter 273, Purification. Have to assume that's in regards to Sister's disease. Right. Earth, 20,000 years ago. We pick up with the human version of Sister in her hospital bed, being tended to by Dr. Clown in his human persona, as he explains. Humans, animals, planets, the earth, the sky. All things have a stream of energy flowing through them that we call ether. We all assumed it would be too difficult to prove at the current level of science, but recently, a certain Dr. Yuna has written a thesis that does prove its existence. Dr. Yuna, I really cannot get over that. That Valkyrie in another life was like some kind of physicist. And Sister questions Yuna. Suddenly, the door opens behind Clown, and we see Witch, Valkyrie, and Hermit hiding behind Valkyrie enter with a gift basket. Valkyrie regards Sister with a yo, while Witch holds up the fruit basket saying, "We brought you a gift. Get well, big gift." I don't know why I stumbled over those words. Sister calls out, "Yuna, regret," while Clown questions, "I believe the three of you were classmates in college." Oh, okay. So they were classmates in college. Huh. That's why Sister knows them. So they all went to like a prestigious school. Valkyrie studied the sciences, Witch studied law. I wonder what Sister studied. I would have assumed medicine, but I don't know if that's the case. Clown smiles at them saying, "I believe the three of you were classmates in college." Valkyrie grins, saying, "We can't seem to get rid of each other." Well, Witch says, "Although it has been some time since we've all been together like this." Sister then says, "Would you believe she's actually a defense attorney?" Suddenly, Sister realizes something and questions, "And who's that?" Motioning to Hermit. Hermit finally moves out from behind Valkyrie, saying, My name is Mia," which explains, apparently she came all the way from Japan just to see Yuna. Okay, so everyone else is American in this. The only actual Japanese person is Hermit. Huh. Sister questions, "A fan?" Valkyrie explains, and she brought her boyfriend with her too. Hermit looks a little despondent, saying, "He's not my boyfriend, he's just a friend from school." Okay, so Killer too. Valkyrie explains, anyway, she and her friend have been doing some interesting research, and it has a lot to do with your ether therapy. Sister questions, "Huh? What do you mean?" We then cut to 3 months later, where it seems as though the leaves are falling. I guess it's autumn. We see Sister out walking with Witch, and Witch questions, "How are you feeling?" Sister looks back smiling, "Honestly, I can't believe how great I feel. I can't believe that I'm outside walking around again." Huh, so it really worked. Witch then questions, "You had your regular checkup today, didn't you?" Which is, "Yeah, and there were no problems. I'm fit as a fiddle. Sister then goes into a run saying, see, I can even run and jump at everything. And Witch gives her a smile. Sister then pauses, and then without looking at Witch says, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused everybody. Witch tells her, trouble? Don't be silly. We're just happy as you are that you're feeling better. Sister then says, so, you're helping Yuna and Mio with some experiment, right? Would you let me help too? I don't know what this experiment is, but I want to do something. I wonder if we're getting closer to the explanation of why these women and then the Shining Stars and Dark Stars are doppelgangers. Do they share relations outside of names and looks? We then pick up at some office building as we see a room with several trophies. Valkyrie seems to be on the phone with someone saying, yes, alright, I see. Yes? Oh really? Yes. As she hangs up, she says, thanks for calling. Mio peeks out from behind the desk saying, was that the hospital? Valkyrie says, yep, telling me how Ivory's exam went. All the mysterious tumors have disappeared. Oh, it was a form of cancer? And there are no signs of I know this word, but I've never had to really say it. Metastasis. Oh man, that, oof, every once in a while. Regardless, Hermit smiles saying, that's such good news. Valkyrie tells her, in other words, we've proven that ether can have self-purification ability, as we see the earth itself seeming to have activated ether gear. As the familiar lines run across the planet, Hermit begins to say, then, but Valkyrie cuts her off saying, exactly. Our world's ether may be drying up, but if we can get the entire Earth's ether to its critical point first, Hermit finishes saying, then we can make the planet overdrive. I mean, this is kind of suggesting that, these women bought the planet, the universe, more time, and it had more time. Like 40,000 years of an extra existence, essentially. From this point we're seeing now, all the way to where the robots are, where everything is kind of dying off. I don't know, like, kind of feels like you kind of had a good run, but everything must come to an end at some point. But Hermit says it's our only hope of saving our planet. What the hell is that face? Hermit questions, but I do feel kind of bad. Like we use poor sick Ivory as a guinea pig. Valkyrie turns to her saying, don't be ridiculous, Mio. And she gives a goofy smile saying she was definitely a guinea pig. Meanwhile, back with Witch and Sister, Witch smiles saying, help with the experiment? Don't worry, you've helped plenty, I assure you. With Sister kind of questioning this, that's so weird to have a version where, because I'm so used to Sister being the one kind of messing with people, but here it was everyone else kind of messing with her, but for good intention. Meanwhile, the astral bodies of Shiki and Rebecca float over, with Shiki saying, make the planet overdrive, or Rebecca saying, wait, is that how it changed shape? Happy questions, and the planet Earth turned into Mother? Pino then questions, does that mean that the plan they discussed here was a success? Shiki then questions, and hey, when do I come into all this? Man, they are literally the audience at this point. Rebecca turns to him saying, I mean, this is 20,000 years ago, so... But Shiki tells her, yeah, but I made a promise, right? To make some choice? Mother then interjects saying, let's move forward in time, a few months later. Man, she's basically taking the part of Xiao Mei at this point. Shiki looks on in shock, as Rebecca looks too, saying that. Happy finishes saying, witch and wizard. Yep. With a baby. We see Witch cradling a small child, and as Rebecca looks on, she questions, a baby? Shiki begins to question, don't tell me that, with Mother saying, it is. That is you, Shiki. So, oh man. So, I mean, it was obvious, but confirmation that he's the child of Witch and Wizard? God, he fought his dad and watched his mom die. That's kind of depressing. I mean, at least a version of them. Geez, in context, that's kind of messed up. And now we had both his mom and dad essentially battling to the death. And I don't know if Wizard's dead at this point. I mean, he should be able to be repaired. And Pino contains those memories of when they were human, right? While Rebecca, Happy, and Pino look at the baby and smile. Naturally, understandably, Shiki freaks out going, which means, whoa, what? Which is my mom? Like, wait, what? But a melancholic look flashes across Mother's face, who says, but their happiness did not last long. Jeez. We then cut to utter chaos across the planet. Buildings on fire, explosions ripping through certain places, volcanoes erupting. As Mother says, the countdown to Earth's destruction had already begun. Hey. So what? Is this like by 2026 everything was supposed to go kaboom? Oh, good to know. Time of recording, we got about 2 more years. Oh, thank God. This revelation is pretty obvious with everything we've seen. I mean, especially the moment which was just like, the name Shiki, huh? But then again, wasn't it the discussion with Sister that brought about that name? Huh. So we know that during the final days of Earth, Ziggy arrives, takes the baby Shiki, but what ended up happening to everyone else? Maybe there was some situation that made it so that they had to be transferred into robot bodies in order to live on? But why take away their memories though? And while I don't hate this chapter, and we got a good amount of answers we were waiting for, a lot of those answers, honestly, the series brought us to those conclusions, which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. Too big a leaps in logic would be a little frustrating. And I feel like either next chapter or the chapter after, we're really gonna get those more pivotal questions answered. It's just nice to at least have confirmation on a few things. The sad thing is like, with what the sister witch, Herman and Valkyrie were working to during this timeline, it seems to have fallen through. Was it simply an issue of not enough time? Were they really running that hard down to the wire? And if they were able to get the planet to overdrive and thus bring Mother into existence, which, geez, several thousand years of overdriving, what happened to her humanity when she overdrived? There's a lot of ominous questions going on here. Cause thinking about it, if the planet was saved, why is there no other life in the universe where Mother is in right now? Something ain't quite right about all this. I keep thinking of it from the standpoint that, the gang succeeded in saving the Earth, but I'm starting to feel like maybe that's not what happened. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just spitballing, but maybe it locked the Earth in its final moment, and that's what happened. I don't know, I feel like that would explain some things. But man, for Shiki to be left with this decision though, it would mean the end of the Earth, fully, finally. Shoot. The end of everything. And again, even Shiki asked it, why does he have to make that decision? What is it about Shiki that made it so that he has to have this decision? Well, let me know your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.